creating more content than you consume. Now, if you look at probably the three largest sites on the internet at the moment, well, two of them anyway, I'm just kind of tailoring the third one for this video, but if you have a look at places like Facebook and YouTube, the reason those sites are so popular at the moment is all the content on them. And again, the laughable bit is that neither site actually creates their own content. They leverage off everybody else's content. So that's maybe something to keep in mind. If you are looking for the ideal website, try and create something where everybody else creates the content for you, and you can sit back and fold your arms, and then all you have to do is throw some ads on it, and then you can monetize it. So maybe keep that in mind for another day. But those websites, as I said, they are filled with content, and the people who go to Facebook today are probably looking for videos, they're probably looking for memes, they're looking for some way of entertaining themselves, but they're looking for content. And again, the people going over to YouTube are probably looking for content as well too. So if you have a look at both of those, and again, the third one I was going to mention was the Amazon Kindle store. People going to the Amazon Kindle store today are probably looking for content. Now, if you look at the three of those platforms, if you look at the writer in the Amazon Kindle store, which one makes the most money? Is it the writer or the reader? Now, there is no kind of, it's a bit of a dumb question because you can probably answer it in a millisecond. Of course, the writer takes home the majority of the money. And then if you look at these kind of popular YouTube channels, maybe some child maybe playing Minecraft or something like that, they are the ones that are taking home all the cash, and unfortunately the viewers on the other side aren't. So, and again too, if you have a look at Facebook, the people who are probably getting the most attention and are probably, you know, directing people's thoughts and their actions with their content on Facebook, they are the people who can direct all that content into their bank account. They can get people maybe to watch a video, buy a product, or whatever it is, but the content they are creating are kind of directing people to something that they can make money from. So, as I said, the people on one side, the people who are consuming the content, aren't making any money at all, and if they are, it's probably pennies. The content created on the other side, those are the people who are filling the cash vans, and they are taking them to the bank. Again, even if you look at maybe Netflix is just pure content. And again, people are paying to get their hands on all that content, but it's Netflix who is laughing all the way to the bank. So, I want you to consider what you're doing at the moment. Are you somebody who is consuming a lot of content and putting out very little? Or are you somebody who is consuming very little and putting out a lot of content? Now, as you can probably well imagine, if you go one way or the other, it can make a big difference in your bank balance, in how many people you attract to you, or whatever it is, because the more content you have out there, the more chances people can stumble upon it, the more people can learn what you do, maybe follow you or whatever, and then possibly buy your products maybe at a later date. So whatever you're doing at the moment, whatever website you are logging into today, are you going there to consume some content? And if you are somebody who spends a lot of time consuming content, again, the people with the one finger that just keep scrolling and scrolling on the screen, if you're one of those people, I can guarantee one thing: your bank balance is probably tiny compared to those people who are actually creating that content. So maybe it's time to turn that ratio the opposite way and start creating more content than you consume. You know, stay off social media, stop following everybody else, and start making your own content and trying to get as much out there as you can. And again, you will find beyond maybe the social media platforms where the content is probably only visible for 5 seconds, you know, places like YouTube and probably places like the Amazon Kindle store and places like that, you will find that content that you're creating can pay off for you in the weeks and months and years ahead. So not only should you be considering, you know, creating content, but think a little bit clever with where you're putting that content in. You know, is it going to be in social media where it's just going to be kind of a blip on somebody's screen and then it's gone? Or is it going to be there for a long time? Is it going to be attracting readers, visitors, or attracting buyers to your products in the future? So maybe consider that as well too when you are creating that content. Create it for platforms that is going to pay off long term. So, as I said, probably the moral of the story of this video today is start creating more content, even doing something simple like I'm doing at the moment. Just pick up a phone, talk to it, record a series of videos, just upload them to YouTube, and then you can either charge somebody for it or you can make them free, and then you can direct people over to your website or whatever. But by you consuming more content than you're creating, I can guarantee that you aren't making as much money as those content creators. So give that some thought today. Maybe it's time to ramp up your content creation and stop consuming as much. So as always, if you'd like to know more where all this content is, do a search for WriteCome, WriteCome.com. And if you go to the web today, you will find loads of videos, articles, blog posts and everything all over the web with WriteCome attached to it. And if you go to the site right now, again, you'll find a great free report. We actually have a number of great free reports at the moment. So if you head over to WriteCome, you'll find all the content over there. And if you'd like to ask me a question or you'd like to reach out to me, just shoot an email to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com and I'll have a look and see if I can cover an upcoming video as another piece of content I can create. So, as always, thanks for sharing your time with me again today. Take care, have a great day. Bye bye.